Hey, what's up? I am muchelleb. Let's ignore the fact that there is a massive mosquito bite on my chest. It looks awful. And in this video, I want to walk you through how to create an environment that will shape your life in 2019. A lot of the time when we think about our New Year's resolutions, our 2019 habits, the things that we want to do more of in 2019, we think, oh, if only I had the willpower, if only I had, I don't know, the money, if only I was a more disciplined human being. But there is a good chunk of it that can often come down to your environment. This video is the last video in my 7-day reset your life challenge for 2019, and I'm very sad. So let's talk about how to create an environment that supports the person that you want to be and the creation of your intentional life. So the first thing that you want to do, and this is going to be the last little written challenge in our 7-day reset, and that is creating a continue, start, and stop list. You might have already kind of created this in the last 7 days without realizing it, and that's okay. This might just be a time to get a little bit more clarity. So I actually did my continue, start, and stop list last night. So I'm going to show you what was on my list. Once again, these are not goals. These are just things that you would like to continue, start, and stop. You're not making like this big ass commitment because obviously you can't do all these things at once. That would be ridiculous and unsustainable. So firstly, we have my continue list. On my continue list, I've got fake tanning, exercising 3 times a week because that's something I've gotten into the habit of doing, and no coffee. That has been literally life-changing. Morning gratitude, philosophical Sunday, self-care days, 12-week goals. So in my start list, I actually have more than I thought. So I've got morning workouts. So currently I work out in the night after work. Social media detox week. Then I have my stop list. My stop list is actually really short. So on my stop list, I have producing so much waste. That's a big one. I want to gradually do that over the year. Drinking in general, I just want to stop drinking full stop next year. So do another year of no drinking. Mindless Instagram scrolling, mindless YouTube watching, which is something I never used to do, but for some reason this year I've started to do it. Unintentional clothes shopping. Supporting any fast fashion. So in 2019, I actually don't want to buy anything from fast fashion stores. Facebook, saying sorry so much, all other things. So the next thing that you want to do is concentrate on the question, how can I design my space so that I can do more of the things that I want to be doing and less of the things that I don't want to be doing? Then you want to actually start taking action. This is the most important part. So the main things that I wanted to focus on were making social media harder for me to access and making exercise easier for me to do. So I've been exercising pretty consistently for the past few months, but we recently changed up our routine and it's made things more inconvenient. So I needed to make a few changes. Step 1 was making all of my workout stuff easy to get to and use. So I'd actually already done this without even realizing it, and it was purely for aesthetic reasons. So I chucked all of my workout things, meaning a yoga mat, some little weights, and a skipping rope, into an easily transportable basket, rather than having my yoga mat in Luke's room, my weights on top of the fridge, and then my skipping rope sitting next to the lounge. They're now all in one place, and I can transport them just by literally picking up the basket, so it's so much more convenient. Step 2 was to make my workout space easy to use. So my sister and I were working out inside, but recently we introduced skipping and some other stuff, so we wanted to move it outside, which posed a problem because our outside is not prime real estate to work out. The grass and the overgrown weeds get in the way of the skipping rope and make my yoga mat lumpy and uncomfortable, and because I avoid this area, things have just ended up here. So there's this like mini courtyard slash outdoor area that's right outside of my door, our door. This little outdoor area is a freaking mess. There's like this one small patch where grass is not growing, so this is where I want my little workout space to be. I just need to clear out all the crap that's here. Alright, so this stuff is Luke's. That looks like a messy hoarders in the backyard, so I feel gross whenever I go out there. Not an ideal environment for exercise because it leaves me feeling really like every time I exercise, which is not the feeling that I want to associate with working out. So eventually we want to make this whole space actually usable and implement a more permanent fix for the overgrown weeds constantly coming through. But for now, we just wanted to make a small section usable with no weeds and no junk that I can work out in. Step 3, which really should have been step 1, was making my workout clothing easier for me to access. So the easier it is to get to the thing, the more likely you are to do the thing. For example, read, journal, eat healthy, whatever it may be. I have thermals mixed in with tights, so I get confused and I'm like, oh, which is which? So it's just like a few really small barriers that I can eradicate to make exercising a little bit easier for the new year. So all of my clothes are in the wash right now, but you can see Now I just have tights here. These are not thermals, so I can always reach in and be able to find a pair of tights. And then I've got like my workout tops. They're like not fancy by any means up, because I just always seem to work better when my tops are hung up and my pants are folded. That's just always how it's been. So that's what we're gonna stick with. So workout tops up there, my tights in there, and there's no confusion between thermals and tights. Happy gal. So the next thing that I wanted to look at was social media. So making social media harder for me to access. So one thing I've decided to do, at least for the first 30 days of 2019, is actually delete my Facebook, because I don't need it in my life. So when it comes to mindless shopping, it's really not something that I do very much, but I do think that I'm triggered by seeing like lots of new clothes and like products and everything on my Instagram feed. So what I'm gonna do is go through my Instagram. I'm actually going to unfollow any pages that specifically are there to promote any products. My one thing with this was like, it's really difficult to find ethical clothing stores. So when I actually have a piece of clothing that I need, I want to be able to find an ethical store that I can purchase from. So what I'm going to do is actually write a list of the clothing stores that are ethical sources, then write them in just my Google Keep so that I can find them whenever I do actually need to buy something. So a while ago I talked about how I struggled with like mindless scrolling through Facebook. That has gotten so much better, but now Instagram has crept in. Their explore tab has just gotten better. That's how I sort of waste my time now, just randomly, mindlessly scrolling through Instagram. The problem with blocking Instagram entirely is that I actually want to upload stuff to Instagram. Like, I want to be better at uploading in the new year. So what I've decided to do is do pretty much the same thing that I did with Facebook, which is download the app Feedless, but I'm paying $1.49 for the app every month for Instagram. So what Feedless does is it blocks out the actual news feed of Instagram. Probably the main downside for this for me as a content creator is that I can't actually access messages in Instagram on Safari. So I'm probably gonna have to like once a week just download Instagram. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Reset Your Life for 2019 challenge. Heads up, I am going to be taking a little 2-week break from here. I think I have a video scheduled within that time anyway, so you won't be missing my face too much. If you don't follow me on Instagram and you won't see me, have the best Christmas and have the loveliest New Year's. I appreciate every single one of you, and I am excited to live out 2019 together.